ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಲೈಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಈಸಿ
Everybody come in the field. Come in the field. Everyone come to the field. Please come in the field. Mike. Yeah, this is good actually. Can you see me in the screen clearly?
Yeah, yes, but the lighting is not sufficient. Or else we can put some light out there.
No, it's okay. On the light. On it. On कर दे. बहुत यहाँ भी कम हो गया.
पूरा चला गया.
See, everyone, can you come to the front if you don't mind? Folks sitting in the back, can you all come in the front? Please get up and come. Get up and come. We are having a session here. It will be nice to have everyone close by. You don't have to sit in a row like this. You can also pull your chair here. Yeah, can you all pull your chairs this side? I'm talking to you. Yeah, pull your chairs. Come this side. Pull your chairs and come this side. Yes, I don't want to specifically call out names. I know who you are. Just get up and come here. Come and get your friend. Easier to. I need somebody to assist.
Yeah, sure, I will.
Yeah. Shiva, Dharma, please come. Pull your chairs, come this way. Durga, are you visible in this clearly?
Yes, little dark side, but it's okay.
No.
Yeah, completely covered.
Frame is it?
Yeah.
Presentation can we see?
Yes, yes.
Can we see?
But there is a lighting or this.
That's okay. Presentation is not that very important. Okay. Okay, happy Republic Day in advance to everyone. If you all want to say, you can repeat Mera Bharat Mahan. Mera Bharat Mahan. Right? Now, I don't want to sound like it's a patriotic presentation or anything. Right? Of course, I am very proud of my country, and so are every one of you. But I want to use this occasion for learning something, for learning something that is beneficial for your careers also. Right? How many here have worked abroad, outside India? Lift your hand. Okay. Yeah, limited percentage. That's okay. I'm sure in the coming few years, Pawan will make sure that all of you are outside India.
Yeah,
One by one.
Thank you. There's a H1 quota that's happening in the March. I'm trying to see if we can sponsor 3 to 5 people from here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
In the night, I had a discussion. Some of you are around Durga and all are around Durga, right? We'll see what to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So am I audible till the back? Can you both come in the front? Those two girls there? Yeah, please get up and come in the front. Right to the front. That's the punishment of sitting back. Right here, there are 2 chairs. Come in the front. Yeah, come. See, today I'm going to tell some things which are going to be a little culturally shocking for some of you. But when you go to a foreign country and you're going to work in a foreign environment, how we behave, how we talk, how we go around with people makes much bigger difference as compared to your work also. So I'm going to be sharing few things like that. Not that I'm an expert in this area, but I've worked abroad for close to 15 to 20 years, different parts of the world. And I've myself done a lot of mistakes. I'll tell you one of the simplest mistakes that I do. When the lift opens, I used to directly walk inside, not allowing the people who are inside to come outside. Have you observed that? Once when I was in Phoenix, I went for a project for American Express. I was with the vice president from the customer side, he was standing beside me. As the lift opened, I directly went inside. 3 people were inside, they wanted to come outside. For them, it was a big culture shock. And for me, it was like, that's what we do in India, right? I'm also going to tell some great things about Indians, by the way. Today's topic is strengths being an Indian. But I also want us to learn something out of it, that don't walk in when the lift opens. You have to allow the people to come out and then you go inside. Lift door opens till that time, right? These are all cultural things. Anyway, so today's topic is strengths being an Indian, and there are a lot of things that we'll discuss related to that. Some good quotes I want to start with. Click. Yeah, so be so good that nobody can ignore you, right? But you need to know what you're good at. Next. Albert Einstein is saying, we owe a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery would have been made. So what are we famous for, we being an Indian? Right? Few things I'll tell in the beginning, and then we'll get into the corporate kind of discussion. Click. One more. So this is the whole Indian map, yeah, world map. And so what brings West to the East? Importance of knowing our strengths. Why is it important to know our strengths as Indians? Next. Why are we the preferred employers? Why are we preferred by employers? We as Indians, right? We need to know that. Next. What are the USPs of Indians? Right? You all know what is the USP? Anyone wants to try? Unique selling proposition or point, you can put it, right? Unique. What is the unique thing about you? If I put 200 foreigners here and you 60 Indians, what is that you have in unique except brown skin? What else do you have anything or no? You need to know that. Click. How can Indians distinguish their mark? Next. Complementing our strengths with new abilities. So I'm also going to have a slide where we can learn some things new, right? Something that we all have to improve on. Next. Question answers, right? So let's go with this. Click. So what brings West to the East? Can any one of you speak out? I want this to be a little interactive session. I just don't want to stand here and tell everything and you all walk out. So West is coming to the East, right? That is for sure, right? We are getting jobs here. Google has come here. Microsoft has come here. Deloitte has come here. Oracle has come here. SAP is here. Why? Did they not have people in America who could do their work? What brings West to the East? What comes to your mind? Come on, go ahead.
Greater cost of labor.
Cost of labor is less. Is that really true? It was true in 1990s, maybe first 5 years of 2000. Click. Cost savings. That's what many people think, cost savings. People are coming here because of cost savings. It was true at one time. But if you look at the newspaper here, the hidden cost of offshore outsourcing, right? The hidden cost. Now they are realizing we are not best at cost. Click, go ahead. What is the next? Click. One more. These are all newspaper clippings, right? So they are saying, these are all newspaper clippings are saying that we are not cost effective anymore, by the way. It's not about money alone, right? Still, West is coming to the East. Why? Let's keep going. Now here, yeah, go ahead. That's okay. Go ahead. Most of the clippings you already know. Yeah. The coming death of Indian outsourcing. This is a very alarming article which says that we are doing something wrong, and if you don't know what we are doing wrong, sooner or later, the whole outsourcing industry will go out of India, go to Indonesia or China or I don't know where. We need to know what we are doing wrong. How many want to know? Yeah, you want to know or no? Or you just want to sleep here saying, oh, life will be good, it will be the same, I'll be the same, things will go on. No, they will not. Click. If we assume our weakness is a strength, then the failure is certain. The word assume comes out of as, you, me. Right? We make an ass of each other when we assume. Saying that, okay, I know you, you know me, I think we know each other. ASS, you, me. Right? You understand? So assuming is not a good thing. We need to get to the facts. Next. So they wanted us to look like Westerners. Is that the reason they are coming here? I know Durga tries to. Right? Who else tries to look like a Westerner here? I have seen people putting on grey, what do you call that, grey hair color and coming to office half American and half Indian. And they think that that is a cutting edge. If a cat tries to look like a lion, it will die of a heart attack one day, out of anxiety. Because how long can it look like a lion? Cat is a cat, lion is a lion. Indian is an Indian, foreigner is a foreigner. You don't have to be like an American to be worthy to an American. Try to understand that. Right? We're going to get into some of this facts. Click. Obviously, surprisingly, when an Indian party happens in America, I was surprised when the first time when I went there. I think it was 2001. I went there, and I saw that all the Americans are coming in Indian costumes. Have you seen that? No?
Yeah.
They respect our culture, and I see Indians coming in blazers to their own party. Right? It's like a crazy situation. So somewhere, Britishers have still not left us. Something is still in our DNA. We still feel ourselves as inferior. But they are not looking at it like that. Foreigners respect us like anything. Right? So, they like the English. Do you really think our English will be ever appreciated by Westerners? No, don't even try. Whatever we say, communication is not about language, guys. Let me be very clear. Communication is not about language. Communication is, what is best communication? Opposite person has understood what you are saying. Be it sign language, be it English. Of course, good English is good. Good accent is also good. But that's not the only thing. If that was the thing, I don't think Gandhi would have been understood by any Britisher. Because Gandhi did not have foreign accent. Nehru did not have foreign accent. Bal Gangadhar Tilak did not have foreign accent. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, these all great freedom fighters, did not have foreign accent. But their intent was so strong. When they spoke, they got the point. Oh my God, this fellow is serious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So foreign accent is not why we are going to be special. Of course, we have to improve our accent. It's needed to easy communication, but that's not the impacting factor. Go ahead. So what is the Indian USP? That's the question. So what is that unique selling proposition of an Indian that we already have within us, but either we don't know or we are not valuing it? See, it's okay as HR, it's okay if I don't find your weakness. It's okay. Someday it will surface. But the biggest disadvantage is when a human resource doesn't see the strength in you. We have to recognize the strength in you. Before we recognize, you have to recognize your strength. And when you recognize your strength, then we can use that strength for the company's growth. Are you all with me? It's okay if you don't recognize your weakness, but someday it will surface. Some customer ticket will come, he'll call me what nonsense is going on, I'll know. But if I don't know your strength, then I'm not utilizing you enough. Or rather, for that matter, you are not utilizing yourself enough. Okay? Click. Now, top HR issues in the West. Hold on. What do you think are the top HR issues in the West? Human resource department is also there in the West. Companies are also there in the West. Do you know what are the big top HR issues in the West? Anybody? What human resource issues do you think are there? Just guess now. You don't have to be right.
Me?
Huh?
I sent one guy for a work and then he did mess with a girl.
Yes.
His name is Joe.
Extramarital affairs on the floor. one of the biggest HR issues in the West. Yes, next.
Discipline.
Discipline. May not be the topmost, but they are generally disciplined. Westerners are very disciplined, but some of them are not. Psychiatric problems. Psychiatric problems. You know how many of them take pills? If I open all your wallets, maybe out of 60, I'll find one person with pills in your bag. But if I do that the same thing in America, you'd be surprised so many people are in depression, they're taking tablets. So many. I'm not here to blaspheme Americans or West, but I'm telling you the truth. I personally was working in a project in Greenville, in South Carolina. It was a GE project, GE Logistics, and there was a project manager from GE side. Her name was XXYY. She is there in LinkedIn. I don't want her to see this. She and me used to have lunch together. One day she kept her purse there, and she got a call. She said, "Lakshman, I'll come back." She left. She was hardly 24. In GE, there is a rapid growth program where they identify potential youngsters and they put more investment in them so they can grow very fast as compared to others. So at the age of 28, 29, they become program managers. Right? And they really go to the top positions in the company at a very young age. So she was in that fast track. She left her purse there and she went to take a call and the purse just fell. I didn't make it fall, it just fell. When it fell down, 3 pills came out. 3 strips of pills came out. And they don't have strips, they have the dabbas. In US, they have these dabbas. And outside the dabba, it is written what is the name and what is the dosage and everything. I happened to see that. I did not want to see that. But I was worried. How come such a young girl is taking so many pills? Then I happened to just write down the name of it. I didn't tell her. I went back and saw it in internet. They are for deep depression. Some people who are having some really difficult emotional problems take those pills. And if they don't take those pills, their behavior will change. Within hours, it will change. You know what I'm saying? So that is the situation. One of the biggest HR issues. How many of you would want to work with a team member who doesn't sleep in the night properly? He comes to the office. Would you want such a team member? No, right? How many of you would want a team member who is having a divorce or a third or a fourth divorce going on in his life? So many relationships, stressful issues. You can't work with them because they're not focused. Is that right? Am I speaking sense? Yes. Click. These are the top HR issues. Either too obese or some problem there, with the diet or health. Go ahead, keep clicking. Gets into unnecessary affairs at the workplace, never looks fresh, has a broken marriage, right? What else? Every 15 minutes he has to go for a cigarette break. I mean, it really matters. When I was there in US, we actually took out some employees from the team because they were smoking too much. You might say it's my personal choice, but you know how much time it takes for an employee to go out and come back? If I start counting that, in a day, 3 hours, the guy is just walking around. Right? Some things are really considered. Click. So he's a spoiled brat, psychological issues. I don't want to recruit such people. I don't want to recruit such people. If you go to Silicon Valley, I've worked in San Jose, right? It's called the hub of Silicon Valley. I see more Indians, lot of buildings, lot of Indians. Cisco, you name the company. What is big ones? Cisco, Amazon. You just name it. They're all sitting there. Their offices. Oracle is Redwood Shores, a little away from there. So the point is, you will not see big skyscraper buildings. You know how the Cisco office will look like? Cisco, which kind of gives life to so many outsourcing companies here, it's hardly 3 floors high. And hardly 10 buildings here and there. Right? But that is the big company that we're talking about. And most of them are Indians who work there. Most of them are Indians. And when the Indian comes, how he comes to the office? He has a basket filled with lunch box, and he has dinner snacks if he gets late, and some juice, and everything that he comes with. So there is his wife cooking for him at home. fresh food in the morning. He gets that, has his breakfast nicely at home, and comes with a lunch bag, and he works without any tension. And the biggest assurance he has is once he goes back, he can expect to find his wife at home, which Americans may or may not. You know what I'm saying? Culture. You think Americans are not observing this? West is not observing this? If I recruit an Indian, the guy will come fresh to work. 99% is not a drunkard unless getting habituated now. He is not into drugs. Because the family system is so good, psychological problems are barely there. Are you all understanding what I'm saying? Why will not I recruit an Indian? Of course, accountability, ownership, all these things are jargons I can use. Even Americans are good at it. But basic issues are not there if I work with Indian. You wouldn't understand this, because we sitting here think that West is good. They are trying to see me like a Westerner. If I go to an American and say, I'm taking psychiatric treatment also, and like, why should I go for it? I have many psychiatrists here, psychos here, whatever. Next. We are diverse country. How do we call we are diverse? Keep clicking. Different cultures, different dances, different languages, different costumes. Is that right? Yeah. Right? These are all things make us. But are these the only reasons why Germany came and took all our Vedic scriptures out of India? How many of you know this? Vedic scriptures are not there in India right now. They are all there in German. How many have heard of something called Waldorf system of education? Where did this Waldorf system of education come from? Taittiriya Upanishad. It's an Upanishad that we had. And they took this and they developed a Waldorf system of education. Where it says you should not educate the children till a certain age. Can you come here, Manoj? Your name? Manoj, come here. So just imagine Manoj as a child. So, lift this hand. Lift this. Can he touch his ear? Can he touch his ear? He can be educated. Simple. If a child can't touch his ear like this, education should not start. And Taittiriya Upanishad says. That same thing is there in Waldorf. If you go for an interview, they'll say touch your ear. The child's ear will only go till here. No, take your child there. He's not ready for education. Because if you give education at that age, he will be scared of that education for life. He'll be scared. I can't understand this. They are forcing, bombarding onto my head. Only my memory is being engaged, but I'm not enjoying the education. You understand it? So this was advanced. Like the first tooth has to fall. A child's first tooth has to fall to teach mathematics or anything analytical. Taittiriya Upanishad says, don't teach a child anything analytical until the first tooth falls. And when does the first tooth fall? 8-9 years. Around 7-8-9 years. And if you see, the hand also reaches here when it is 8-9 years. As simple as that. Everything was scientific. So, did Germans come to India because we wear different dresses? No, there was something. Why did Columbus go out and what was he searching for? What did Columbus go out for? For searching Africa? Japan? Anybody? What was he searching for? India. He was searching for India. And the ship was going on for days and months, and at one point the people in the ship told, if tomorrow morning I don't see a tract of land, Columbus will kill you. And we'll throw you out of the ship, we have to go back now. I think we all are going to die. India is not to be found now. And luckily next day morning he saw land. And because he was so scared to death, he told, we found India. And as soon as he got down there, the first people who came there, he told them, these are Indians. And they are called Red Indians. In America, he found America, but he told it's India. Why was Columbus searching India for? India was known even thousands of years ago around the world for the education system we had, for the technology we had. Right? Keep going. Next. Next. Yeah. So why do multinational companies, hire us? Click. Next slide. Don't look at the externals for inspiration. Click. All these people, are they the most good looking people? Can we recognize them one by one? Sundar Pichai, next. Indra Nui. Yes, next. Right? Ambani. Are these all good looking people? If you put their picture, people will fall in love with them? No, right? How many of you feel they have foreign accent? Do they have foreign accent? What do you call those guys in English? Dog guy. No, no, right? That's not the way to look at things. They don't have foreign accent. How come they are being promoted to the topmost positions? Just think about it. Why do you think they are being promoted to the topmost positions? Right? Indian culture. Because of the culture we carry. These people don't have any other problems other than the work problem. Most of them don't have any other problems other than the work problem. How many of you know this personality here? Satya Nadella. How many problems Satya Nadella has? Do you know that? Both his children are physically handicapped and mentally handicapped. You know, the so-called head of Microsoft, how much tension he should have to handle two children like that at home. But you know how he carries himself? Absolutely straight, completely stress-free at work. That's why he is made to that position, guys. Can we clap for these great people? Right? They know how to carry themselves. But they are not trying to become an American. They have been an Indian only. In those positions also, they are Indians only. Click. Of course, he is my guru, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He also never spoke in English, or rather in American English. But in his 10 years of travel around the world, he established 108 temples. And there are more devotees of Vedas in the West than in India. People speaking Sanskrit, people talking Upanishads, everything from West as compared to India. Right? So these people are extraordinary people. Keep going here. Next. I'm going a little fast so that I come to the main point. Need for knowing our strengths. Click. We all need to know our strengths. Do you recognize this person on the picture?
Yeah, Sachin.
Sachin Tendulkar. If Sachin Tendulkar would have been an MM consultant, what his life would be? I'm asking a question. If Sachin Tendulkar was recruited by Ravi for Pico position, what do you think Sachin would do? He would scratch his head, he will commit suicide somewhere here. Why? Because his strength is not software. His strength is not software.
Might be we'll start using those tools.
Huh?
Might be start using that means.
See, very important thing. We should know what we are good at. If you don't know what you are good at, whole life you will be trying to prove somebody you are not. We are all special. Everybody is special here. If anybody says somebody sitting here is not special, then the person saying is a fool. As simple as that. Problem is you are trying to be like somebody else. Go ahead. Too many clicks already happened. Okay. The second person, can you recognize him? Tom Hanks. How many know Tom Hanks here? Lift your hand. Seriously, many of you don't know? Okay. So, he's one of the best actors in Hollywood cinemas. Right? One of the best actors. The guy, he is called the Oscar boy. They have a nickname called the Oscar boy. So, every time he releases a movie, 99% he bags all the Oscars. Right? One of his famous movies was remade by one fool in India. What is his name? Amir Khan. He made it. What was the movie just remade? He said it on
Lal Singh Chaddha.
Lal Singh Chaddha. That was nothing but a movie of Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump. You should see Forrest Gump. I'm telling you, some of the movies are so inspirational. Go find it DVD. See Forrest Gump. It will give you confidence. He was a physically, mentally incapable person, but what all he did in life is Forrest Gump all about, right? But he's an innocent character. So, when he was being given an Oscar award, this person was being given an Oscar award for Forrest Gump. He wanted the Oscar. Now, Oscar is not easy to win, guys. Not anybody can win an Oscar. When he was winning an Oscar,
He has Toy Story also.
was that?
Toy Story.
Yes. Many famous movies. So he got the Oscar and he made a statement there. You already have to learn. I was in my 9th or 10th grade that time, but I listened to that statement which changed my life. He said, I am good at acting and I'm getting an Oscar for this. How lucky I am. These are the 3 words he wrote. I am good at acting and I'm getting an Oscar for this. How lucky I am. Now you might say, what is special in this sentence? What is your favorite sweet, sir?
Laddu.
Huh? Sweet and
Laddu.
laddu. If I give you a laddu and you eat it and I give you 50 lakhs for that, what will you say?
And good at eating.
I like laddu and you are giving 50 lakhs for me? How lucky I am. Isn't it? Make sense? What sweet you like? Same. Not his laddu.
So Kaju Barfi.
Kaju, something, Kaju sweet. I give you Kaju sweet, you eat it, and I'm giving you a promotion. Just think, I anyway was going to eat it. You don't have to do me anything. I anyway like it. So Tom Hanks is telling a statement. Now you try to understand what he's saying. All I know is acting, and you're giving me an Oscar for it? How lucky I am. Why? Because he recognized what his strength is. He did not go into any other field. He knew that he's going to be actor. And being an actor, he became what the great person he is. Are you all following?
Yes.
That's the difference, right? Yeah. So there is a statement in Ishopanishad. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. What does this mean? Purnam, Purnam, Purnam. You have heard Purnam too many times, right? Yeah. Purnam means what? Purnam, what is the meaning of Purnam? Complete. Complete. Purnam means complete, right? Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. It means the creator, the Almighty, whatever name you give him, is complete. He is complete. And whatever he creates is complete. Even though the complete comes out of the complete, that complete remains complete. Does it make sense? Okay. You have a bottle of water there. I remove some water from there. Will the water decrease or increase? Decrease. Right? But God is such a great person. Everything that He creates is complete. He will never create half-created things. Whatever it means, a mosquito also has a pancreas, mosquito also has a heart, mosquito also has a lungs, mosquito also has everything. Half-created mosquito will never come. Right? Everything He creates is complete. Even though so many completes are coming out of that complete still remains complete. The bottle of water never decreases. You understand it? Why is this statement applicable for all of us? We should never think that we are not good enough. We are all complete because we are coming from complete. Somebody who is complete is producing us. Did you all understand the meaning of this verse? Yeah? I'm not going to ask you to repeat this verse. It's a little tongue twisting, but it's a wonderful verse you should learn because it gives you a lot of meaning, confidence that whoever you are the best. Nobody can tell you're worst. You are the best. Problem is you don't know that you are the best. Click. Now, what strength does value system bring to the table? Click. Now, I'm going to tell you some things that Indians are really good at. Now, please focus. Something that the West doesn't have or may not adequately have, we have. What are those things? We are ready for surprises. By nature, we are ready for surprises. Westerners can't take so many surprises. Right? When we are going on a bike, how many surprises we face? So many surprises we face. I'll tell you, when I went to America, when I had to do a driving test there, Indian doesn't need to give driving test anywhere. But still, I faced so many challenges to pass the driving test there. You know why? Because every time I'm going on the road and somebody comes from the side road, every time I'm going on the road and somebody is coming from the side road, what do we do in India? Brake. You put a brake because you know he'll come. He will not stop. Whereas in the West, when they come from there is a stop sign that they actually stop. So what was the mistake I was doing? When I'm going on the road, every time I saw somebody come from side, I used to stop, thinking that he'll come. But actually, they don't do that. When there is a stop, say a stop, look here and there, and then they go. Most of the Indians fail in the driving test in the stop sign only. Either we don't stop or we stop too much. You understand it? Yeah. So here we are ready for surprises. Something I'll tell you, we are very risk-taking guys. Now this is one of our strengths. Let me tell you, this is one of our strengths, and don't let go this strength. I'll tell you one example. When I came to India, I came with some Epson projectors for my own self. I take classes elsewhere, so I got a projector, Epson projector. Very good Wi-Fi Epson projector. If you have to buy in India, that will be like 1.5 lakh. I got it for a very less price. Yeah, something near to this model. And what happened? The bulb went away. Something happened. The bulb was really getting heated up, and the bulb went away. It was not working. So I took it to a Epson service center in Secunderabad. So Epson service center Secunderabad fellow, he took that and he said, "Sir, I think iska bulb gaya. Bulb is gone." So I said, "What does it mean?" So, sir, this model bulb, first of all, I don't have stock. It will take time to order. What you took is a foreign model, so it is not in warranty in India. So you have to pay for the bulb. It will take at least 2 weeks for the bulb to come. I asked him what is the price of the bulb. He said 45,000. What? 45,000? I would buy a new projector in India for 45,000. Sir, boss kuch karo. Then something weird or nice happened. He looked at me. He said, "Are you Hare Krishna devotee?" He said, "Wearing a tilak, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm wearing. Oh, I also go to the temple, sir." "Which temple do you go?" I said, "Abbott, sir." "Oh, you also went to Abbott." So we started having a conversation. Little conversation. Then I told him, "Boss, I use this for preaching work. I take Bhagavad Gita classes near my house, and a lot of people come. I need a projector. And this is the projector I have. This is the only projector I have. And iska, do something." He said, "Sir, my bill le lekega. I'm not going to put a bill on this. I'll try something, but something goes wrong, don't blame me." I said, "Kuch to kar yaar. 45,000 I can't put. As it is, I think I'm going to keep this projector somewhere in the corner in the house because I can't afford 45,000. He said, "Have a काम करो. 2 दिन के बाद I'll call you. I'll do something." He ripped apart the projector, took out the bulb. I don't know what he put inside Surf Excel, or I don't know what he did. He fixed it. He called me. 1,500 rupees he took and gave me a Epson projector fully working till now. Little claps. Guys, we Indians are risk takers. We don't go by so-called corporate rules sometimes. And that is something that Americans like. We don't give up. We don't give up. Westerners give up. They have this 1, 2, 3, 4, it's not working, throw it out. We don't give up. They know that this is one of the qualities that we all have it. Don't lose it at workplace. If something is happening, some ticket has come, some challenge has come, don't give up saying that, product, this is what it says, user manual, this is what it says, this all. No. They expect us Indians to be fighters because they've seen that. The same nature of going beyond the rules and fixing things is there in us. It's inbuilt in us. Are you all with me? Understanding? So what is your strength? Taking risks. Actually, we take risks. In India, my own boss's mother, she had a leg problem. She had high sugar, and the doctor told her leg has to be amputated. He sent his mother to India. She is absolutely walking and jogging also now. Because in India, he went and cleaned, the doctor cleaned, he touched her, he operated her, he did everything, and it works. Do you see so many foreigners in hospitals here in India? Do you see them? If you go to hospital, so many Africans, Jamaicans, Westerners also coming. Why do you think they come? Because we are ready to take risks here. We don't mind getting sued. First of all, nobody sues the doctor here. Rarely happens. Because we are risk takers. Go ahead. Next, we have patience to solve. When there is a problem, we have patience to solve. And there is a very famous Indian word that we use, jugaad. You know what is the meaning of jugaad? We make it work. Right? If you go and sit in, if American goes and sits in a train where there is a fan and the fan is not working, what does American do? He looks at the fan, he looks for the call center number, he calls the call center. What do you think Indian will do? Click. A Renault pen or a comb? Right? He'll directly put it inside, tuck, tuck, tuck. Or if it is not working, what will he do? Ek marega. Chalo jayega. Agree? We have patience to follow. Patience. Can you all say patience once? Patience, we have it. Don't lose it. If you lose it, you'll become useless for the foreigners. West likes us because we have patience. No wonder we are in software. Software requires so much patience. You write the code, error code. Foreigner will commit suicide. But we will not commit suicide. We will keep on going until one point comes, sir, I can sir. Alright? Next. No user through concept. See, Six Sigma. Have you heard of Six Sigma?
Yes.
They came and said,
Clearly.
reusability of things is something that West has brought to the East. Really? We have been reusing for our donkey's years. Our oldest mobile is still there in the house. Go and search. Oldest mobile, Nokia 5510. Right? What your father bought, we have never thrown in the dustbin. It is still lying there. Abhi to use mein aayega na. Huh? We never throw things. We always use things. Right? We always use things. Reusability is in our DNA. A foreigner doesn't have to come and teach me. Reuse things, create reusable objects. No, it's in our DNA. We should not forget it. When you are working in offices, whatever you are creating, it should be a reusable asset for the company. And Westerners expect that from Indians. They expect that from Indians. Right? And that's a great thing to give it back, saying that we have created so many reusable assets. Right? The sales folks have to go and tell those things to them. That yes, we know. I recently heard that we've created an implementation methodology for SAP in a rapid way. Right? And we try to copyright it or something. Great! This is what they expect. Because this is never done by any Westerner, this is done by Indians. And we better keep doing that. What other strengths do we have? Next. Relationships are a key. Guys, I have seen layoffs in the West. It is so inhuman layoffs that you can't tolerate, you can't accept that is a your laid off. You know how people are laid off? You all are sitting and working. Your vice president or some big fellow will come. He'll come to your seat and they will announce that between 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock layoffs are going to happen. They'll announce. And everybody are shivering in their chairs. And the lift will open, whichever floor. That floor in charge vice president will come. He'll keep walking in the corridor, people will be wondering, where is he going to stop? It's literally like that kerchief game. He will come to your chair, he will keep his hand on your shoulder, you have to get up and walk with him. That's all. That is layoff. You have to just walk with him. No questions, no discussion, no thoughts. And you can't even take your keychain. If you already have it in your pocket, you can take it. You can't even open your drawer. Nothing you are allowed to use. You are taken outside, and you know something? The day of layoffs, there are 3-4 ambulances standing outside the office. There is a conference room booked with tissue papers. And these all people are brought down and they are asked to go. And no employee is supposed to meet them for 6 months. 6 months you can't, nobody can meet them. If they see you meeting that person in 6 months and there is a picture proof you are sacked. Can it be more inhuman than this? But we Indians are not like that. We maintain relationships. For us, office space is not on and off button. We maintain relationships. How many of you know that Ravindra's daughter got married? In West, half the floor will not know. Maybe Ravindra also will not know. In the West. Right? But here, whole floor knows. We celebrate things together. This is a culture that is there in our DNA. You can't change it. And Westerners like it. Why they like it? Because the number of people performing less is very low. People want to stay in this group, they never leave the company. Next. Supporting nature with compassion, we hug each other. When somebody is in trouble, somebody is going through some tough time, right? We go and hug each other. In US, there are too many laws which kind of even see that as a nonsense. But we support each other. It's part in our DNA. Next. Click next. Stress free. I already spoke about it. Most of us are not in stress. That is the greatest advantage. Good family support system. Next. Truthful, simple living and high thinking. We people should not be behind too much wealth. That's not in our culture. If you go back to my grandmother used to tell me, if you save 1 rupee, you made 1 rupee. That's what she used to tell me. You save 1 rupee, you made 1 rupee. How much you should spend? Not what you have. Whatever you have after you have saved is what I spend. Even today, when I get my salary, I save this much and I spend this much. And I like to live a simple life. My car will be a car that even if 10 people will bang it, I will not even feel a little. Because at once I will change the entire Dakar of that. Done. If I have too expensive car, even if a cycle fellow will come, he will be relaxed, I will be in stress. Isn't it? Simple living, high thinking. You think high, but we will try to live a simple life. Next. Work and life balance. We maintain that. We have our festivals, we have our anniversaries, we have our sentiments. Like just now my mother called me. Someone close in my family passed away, so I have to go. But there is least stress. We support each other, right? We are always there for each other. Next. Trustworthy. I talked about savings. Next. Overall solution. This is another very important thing, guys. How many here have gone to Begum Bazaar? Do you know where is Begum Bazaar? Near Koti, right? One of the unique things you'll see there when you want to go and buy things, first of all, you go there for wholesale and good rates and good quality. You go there. You get 30% less, all your groceries. I go there because we have so many people coming into our home, satsangs and all that, so I have to buy there only. If I buy in Rathandeep, I'm gone. Right? So I go there. One of the best things that I see there is if I go in Begum Bazaar and ask one shop person, Sir, ye kaam milta hai? He will not tell, I don't know. He will tell, aap aage jaake left go, wahan milta hai. We always believe in giving overall solution. We are not greedy to have the customer only with us. Remember that one thing. We are very good at telling, this is something I cannot do, you can go there. When you do that, you form a trust with the customer. And the customer will know, this fellow is not behind my money, he will give me the overall solution. Whether or not I will sell it, I will tell the solution. I have so many times, when I'm buying something, beyond a certain quantity, the shop will ask me, Sir, why are you taking so much? Like we buy the Senda Namak. You know what is Senda Namak? Black sugar. We use it on fasting days. Normal days also we use that. We don't buy iodine salt. So Senda Namak, when you buy in small quantities, is very expensive. If you go to Rathandeep supermarket, one packet of Senda Namak is like very expensive. Like 50 rupees, 40 rupees for this much. But how much do I buy? I buy like kgs at once. And I also buy Senda Namak, solid glands, solid rock like Senda Namak for the cows. In the Goshala, they have Senda Namak all the time. So when I was buying there for very expensive, the shop person said, "Aap yahan mat kharido, aap wahan jaake kharido." I'm buying his Senda Namak. Look at his thought process. He's not there to exploit me. He said, "This one item you don't buy here, I will tell you a shop, go and buy it." That is what is the greatness of we Indians, guys. We don't exploit the world. And we have seen a part of it when the COVID came. India was a pharmacy for the planet. Was that true? Yes. One small clap, please. Be proud of what we are. Be proud of what we are. Clap when it is needed. I'm really telling you, we were the pharmacy for the world. Today the whole world has a compassionate heart towards Indians. Right? And if you go and see the news, so many people are speaking. We trust India, we want to be with India. Today when the whole political scene is going on, Pakistan begging on the streets, nobody is supporting Pakistan. They are telling Pakistan, you better be good with Indians, then we'll support you. It has gone to that level. Why? Because we won that trust through our behavior, and that is a cutting edge. Treat opportunities as divine. Whenever we get a challenge, we don't curse each other. We treat it as an opportunity because we believe in karma philosophy. If something bad is coming to me, maybe I deserve it. This is a great philosophy, guys. I'm telling you. This philosophy we Indians have in our DNA. That when something bad happens to us, we say, maybe I deserve it. And that's it, you accept it. Whereas a Westerner doesn't have this kind of philosophy. They will deny it. Why is it happening? Why it is happening to me only? But unfortunately, as days are going by, even Indians are behaving like that. You're too patient to not accept things when it happens, some bad happens to you. Right? Click. Guest is treated as God. And all services done with respect. Right? We treat our customers, our guests as God. We treat ourselves not as 60 members, 60 families. Right? This is a cutting edge. Now, all in all these qualities together, all these qualities together, if I put on the right side, all this ready for surprises, risk taking, patience, 200% work-life balance, supporting nature with compassion, stress-free, overall solution, we create reusable things, right? Etc. Being truthful, guest treated as God. All these things together, gone back. Integrating Indian culture, and which is filled with these values. Right? What is the source of all this? Guys, what is the source of all this? Where is it? Where is all these things coming from? These are qualities that I just talked about. Where is it coming from? Who taught them to us? Who taught to you? We parents. Come on, be loud. Say loudly, parents. Yes. Our culture. Can you say culture? Yes. That is where we have been trained for this, and we should be proud of it. Right? And this is a cutting edge. And you summarize all these qualities, right? It comes into one word USP. One word USP. Click. Already spoken about this. Yeah. One word USP. What is that USP? Click. No. Human touch. Can you repeat after me? Human touch. We Indians have human touch. In everything that we do, wherever we are, our nature, our behavior, everything results into human touch. We don't act like machines. There is always a human touch behind. Click. Now this is being a strength as an Indian, right? But while we copy the West, what is happening? Exactly what should not happen is happening. Click. Our attitude is changing. How is the attitude changing? First one is what? Ready for surprises. What is the first line there? No patience to accommodate. If a customer comes with something different than what is written, no, it's not my part. No, it's not there in my SOW. No, it's not there in my contract. First thing is that. First thing should not be there. What Indians should do? You should tell the customer, sir, I am there for you. Don't worry. We will fix the contract also, but let us start working. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You start working. You don't draw a big line there. Of course, change request has to be there. Finance department will chase you for that, right? Marketing they will chase you. That is all there, but the work doesn't stop there. Work doesn't stop. Remember that. That is what customers expect, and that is why we are great as Indians. We never stop the work. What is the next step we have? Patience to solve. We want ready-made solutions. Indians never had ready-made solutions. We always created solutions, right? But we are searching for ready-made solutions today. Next, relationships are key. No relationship beyond work. No, there can be relationships at workplace also, but healthy relationships where you want to help each other. Say one of your teammates is going through some problem at home. What would you tell him? Being an Indian, you will tell him, boss, leave early today. I will take care of it. I will stay for 2 more hours. I will take care of the ticket. Don't worry. Or I will ask somebody to do it. We all do that or no? Yes, sir. Guys, keep doing it. But that is what makes us different. That is what makes us human touch. Right? What else? Perfect life balance. Restless, dealing, imbalanced life. People become very restless at workplace when they have imbalance of life. Right? Your Saturday and Sunday is important. But when there is a need for the company, there is no Saturday, there is no Sunday. And no cribbing about it, guys. No cribbing about it. Why are you taking the Saturday? Nobody needs to tell you. And Americans appreciate it a lot. They don't want us to come on Saturday and Sundays. I'll tell you my situation. When I went to West for the first one project in Boston, I was working day and night. My customer was telling, Lakshman, why am I seeing you on Saturdays and Sundays all the time? So I'm trying to establish this. There was an entry-exit criteria for a QA organization. I was trying to build that. I was going through a lot of issues. I was drawing it, many meetings, all that, finally getting solved. You know what the entry did? He said, it's 1 year, Lakshman, you're not taken leave. Get out of my company for 10 days. He said, get out of my company for 10 days. He literally told, I don't want to see your face. Go. 10 days you should not appear in the office. And you better leave Massachusetts, better leave Boston. Go somewhere. And then I went and asked my colleagues, American colleagues were there. There was, what was her name? Sheila Atkins. A lovely lady, she is a project manager. I went and asked Sheila, I want to go to some place and have fun with my family. Can you suggest what? She told, go to Florida. Go to Florida. And she asked me, how much time do you have? I said, Mike told I should be out for 10 days. 10 days you go to Florida, Lakshman? 10 days? Me being an American, we never went to Florida for more than 3-4 days. But the customer wanted me to go and he gave me paid leave and there was a bonus also and I went to Florida for 10 days with my family. 10 days I was nicely enjoying the beaches of Florida, the Disney parks and Hollywoods and everything. But customer appreciated it because I did not crib when I had to work on Saturdays and Sundays. Because I know my work. Nobody has to tell me. Nobody has to tell me that please come early on Saturday. Right? Next. So there are many things there. These are our strengths, but we are damaging it with our attitude. We are damaging it. Don't damage it. Be truthful to what you are as an Indian. Don't try to become a Westerner. Click. Now, so what makes us distributed work? Click, 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 click. Yeah. So there is a delivery scope, we go beyond it. Paradukka dukhi. We can't see the customer dukhi, so we will go into what is needed. Right? Achieve scheduled timelines. We can even stress beyond the scheduled timelines. Keep going, keep going. Delivery as per quality. We'll maintain that. We'll go to any technology if needed. Go ahead. Program success, collaboration. Finally, that is the human touch. So the greatest qualities that we have are we are respectful. I don't care if you have a S4 certificate or whatever on the floor. What I really care for, what your boss really cares for, what your customer really cares for is are you respectful? Are you respectful to others? If I see a manager shouting on his subordinates, he's not a good manager. Guys. Don't shout in open, shout in private. Praise in open, not in private. Right? When you have to praise somebody, where you are supposed to praise? Out here, praise in open, but don't shout in open. That's not a quality that we have. So be respectful, humble, sincere, flexible, content. These all things are there because we have human touch. Click. Now I'm going to show you something very important. I've been telling West, West, West. Now let us learn something from West also. Communication plans. We are so bad at communication plans. So Paul was telling me we have to have a separate seminar how we have to communicate with customers. How many of you feel fearful to tell a bad news to the customer? Okay, what is more damaging, bad news or no news? Asking the question, bad news or no news?
No news.
No news is very damaging. Right? Have a good communication. And very good at doing that. Something we have to learn from them. Right? Something we have to learn. They are very good at communication. They don't mind telling you the bad news and they keep on telling you the news until you fix it. Next. Wait. Frank conversations. Learn to tell no. Anyone say no once? No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Loudly yes.
Yes.
Loudly no.
No.
Say no when you have to say no. You do more damage by telling yes and then not doing it. We are very bad at it, I'm telling you. We are horrible at it. My boss warned me because I had this problem. I know I cannot do it. I could have told no. I told yes, I can do it. I took 2 weeks time, which will take 6 weeks time. I promised for 2 weeks. He made a plan. 20 other things were lined up because of my saying yes. And I did not do it. The 20 other things did his job. So Lakshman, you could have just told no. If you have told 6 weeks, Westerners there, I'm telling you, very simple when you have to go and work abroad. They will give you work and they'll ask you an estimate. They'll not give you an estimate. They'll ask you. Till now, in my career, I have not seen a Westerner who comes and says, do it in 1 week. I have not seen. He'll give you the scope of work and say, what time it takes. Get back to me. Then you get back and they say that, okay, justify. This is what it takes for requirement, design, solution, test, this, everything. Okay. You know what he'll do? If you tell 2 weeks, he'll add 2 more days to it. He'll say 14 days and put it. Because he likes to have buffer. They don't like to fail. But by we saying no or not saying no or telling our process, because nothing goes as per plan. Tomorrow morning I want to work, but I might have a headache. I did not buffer for it, but I should have it. Personal time. Guys, how many of you value personal time of a customer or your own colleague? Right? When I take a leave, I tell my subordinates, if I get a call from you, your appraisal is gone. Because my personal time is my personal. Simple. Right? And I will also not call unless it is needed. Unless it's needed, I will not call. Right? That's called respecting personal time. No Westerner likes to be called when he's on a vacation. He'll be somewhere in Bahamas, half naked, and you give him a call and say, sir, production ticket is down. What the hell? Right? You know what I'm saying? Their culture is different. We have to learn from their culture. Value each other's time. What else? Meetings and calendar schedules and plans. Guys, there are conference rooms here. I want you to start the culture of booking the conference rooms. Go and take the training from Naga. Start using this culture. Because tomorrow when you go to the West, you can't go and occupy a conference room. They'll throw you out. Every conference room is booked in the West. Every conference room. You have to book it and use it. Book it and use it. And when you go and search for the conference room, you should know which one is available. You should have hallway talks, but most of the talks inside the conference room. Develop this culture. It's excellent culture. Where everybody comes together and discuss things. Okay? Click. We don't have much time, so we are closing it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I already discussed all these things. So there is something that we can learn. So summary, guys. I'm just going to summarize this. What did I tell you today? West comes to the East not because of cost, not because we speak English, not because we look Western. We don't have to become like a Western. Be an Indian. Next. Top HR issues. We don't want to be like them and create the same HR issues here. Right? In India, at least we don't want to have the same HR issues, but they have there. Next. Knowing our strengths is very important. Work on it. Go back home and think what is your strength and start enabling us. Tell us what is your strength. Right? Next. Complement strengths by improving what I just told you. Frank conversations, planning, communication plan, all these things that the West is teaching us. Implement in your life and it will make a big difference. Next. Strengths being Indian, don't lose this strength, guys. Okay? Be ready for surprises, fix things, be flexible. All those things are part of our DNA. Don't try to become a contractual animal on the floor. Saying that you recruited me for this technology, I will not talk beyond this technology. We have recruited you because you have good skills. And the skills can be changed. Next. Trust. All these things sit on a big umbrella called trust. Don't lose the trust. Indians are very good at gaining it. We should not lose it. Go ahead. And these are the qualities, guys. Now I'm going to end this today's Happy Republic Day by making one statement for all of you. One last statement. Click. Click. Right on the top right corner. Can you repeat after me? Go back. Indians, stop disrespecting. On a Republic Day, I want to tell you this. Stop disrespecting. We are good at what we are. And the whole West is expecting a lot from us. And we are going to be the champions of the world, which we were. We were deemed and shown what we are not. History is going to come back. Future is in our hands. Right? This might be a small company, guys. But I see one very good nice thing here. I see some very good relationships on the floor. I see just not about people jumping and singing and everything. I see that we know each other on the floor. Right? And this can lead to a very big organization where many of you might be sitting in very big positions as vertical heads, horizontal heads. How do you think Infosys came? How do you think Wipro came? It was small. But the loving team today became big directors and they are not leaving the company. Right? 25, 30 years they are there holding the company and the company just grows. So let's maintain this and let's not forget that we are unique in what we are and we are proud to be Indians. Jai Hind, Mera, Bharat, Mahan. Thank you very much. Anybody wants to share anything? Feel free. Pawan, you want to say anything?
No, it's a good discussion, right? So respect starts from your own team. You have to appreciate your own team members to start with. Yesterday we were talking, right, Durga? The growth relies on what you bring to yourself first, then your teams, then to the company eventually. Respect is not talking about somebody who is not around you during that time. My grandfather said, what is one thing you would give me, Tata? You're 95 years old. Then he said to avoid 99% complications. Do not talk about somebody who is not around you. So that's what you all have to learn because it eliminates insulting, it eliminates a lot of things that you don't want to do. The more you talk, somebody else is also encouraged. Gossip, right? And what he said is true. To catch Osama bin Laden, it took so much time for them. If he is in India, we would have caught in half an hour because we have human touch. अरे बाजू में कौन है? अरे कोई नहीं, हो गया. Half an hour, I bet, we would have caught him if he is in India. Because human touch is important, right? Obviously, किधर भी जाओ, आधा घंटा में बोलेगा मेरे बाजू में बैठ रहा है. So they couldn't catch there because they don't have human touches. They don't know their neighbors. So you all should be proud to know what your strengths and weaknesses are. It takes a lot of effort for Lakshman to put up these, right? And these are taught to MITs, IITs, NITs. So we are lucky to have this conversation here. So please make sure you don't talk about third person when they are not around. That will unnecessarily lead to complication because Durga, you know what, Ramana, we'll stop this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to give a like that.
Okay.
Ramana, and then she